Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading Network coming to you this Thursday afternoon, February 15th. We are looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and the NQ. I'll tell you what, man, these bulls, you got to give them a lot of credit. They don't back off at all. We actually go out and hold a trend day up in ES, so that's 7 out of 25 that have held this year. We had a perfect 6 for 6 wide POC to start, but never got away from it. We had a reversal bar in H, which set the market off when it went back up, and this is where change took place, an H period for us to go trend. Now NQ did not hold trend today, but they also did the reversal bar and up. H is their afternoon pullback, and righty, not only did it have was their afternoon pullback, look at this, change took place above B's high, and they go out with two sets of single prints, H and I. They filled J. They're also up in the daily. So righty trying to get their act together, and they held a gap today. So they held a double distribution day from yesterday, and they have one today. NQ had a lot of different MGI that was negative to me, except for value early in the day. And I took advantage of that on the sell side. And then, obviously, I'll tell you when it changed, and that was it. I didn't trade it yesterday. It was all NQ. Had a really good day. Again, not participating in this grind up ticks me off. By the way, look at NQ. It did not fill the gap. It missed it by, I don't know, a point or two. And now look at it in the overnight above it. Now, that does not fill it. It has to happen in regular trading hours. But they could not get it. They did get both sides of the initial balance, but only the overnight low. We get both sides of the initial balance for the 18th time in 32 days. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing so far. I know it's all early in the year, but that's a pretty amazing stat. Look at NQ running up here. Amazing. Our volume weak again. Nothing great. But look at us. We never tested the base of the price probe. Stayed in above it the whole day with higher value all day. NQ ended up with overlap in the higher. As far as my trade, so in A period, when NQ pushed down against initially against the overnight low, I took a long and the base of the price spike, which worked. Okay, then it went lower. Then I switched to shorting because they one time framed down right away. ES one time framed up. That was one difference. NQ got the overnight low. ES did not. So I shorted the ebb and flow trade in A period after that on any push up as they couldn't get the opening. They stayed below the opening all morning. We were above the opening all day except for D period. Big differences there. So the ebb and flow trade was working in NQ on the short side in A period, in B period. I did lose on one short in A period, but for the most part, made an A after that long, A, B, on shorts. D, took a nice short to get the IB low, got paid very nicely on that one. But then I switched. Things changed. E period, I took a long to stop the one-time framing. Now, it didn't, but I got paid, and I did it again in F, and it popped D and E's high, which is a nice profit on that trade. I did take a short in G against the opening, which worked. In fact, it was a very nice one. I worked it a bunch of different times and worked nice. I said above the opening, that game's over. Well, guess what? It got above the opening, stopped. I actually flipped long in H, which made money. And again in I took a long when they came down and filled the single prints the first time because it held and went back up. And that was it. After that, then they started coming in J and L. So I didn't do anything else. Nothing really enticed me in ES early in the day. I guess I could have shorted the overnight high initially in B period, but nothing really floated my boat there. And again, when it started grinding, something I'm trying to work on, but obviously did not work on it today in ES, although I did take a couple longs in NQ, which paid off. Destinations, we have today's high at 502.20 in SPY, And then we have the single prints, 500.89 to 59. Afternoon pullback at 49.95. And today's low of 498.80. NES, we have today's high 48.50. You know what 48.50 was? Last week's high. So ES took out last week's low and traded up to last week's high. So if we close above 48.50 tomorrow, it's an outside week up again. We had that not too long ago. SPY just keeps grinding up on the weekly because they didn't take out last week's low. So 48.50 is the high. Then the single print started at 35, get filled at 32. Afternoon pullback low at 25.50. And today's low of 13.75. And then on the chart, so again, SPY's one time framing up on the weekly. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. ES, just like 3 weeks ago, which took out the previous week's low, took out this week's low, but a chance for an outside week up. Look at that. It's a nice little bullish candle right now with a day to go. And on the daily, now, some people might call this up. I don't have a problem with that. You're one time framing up 2 days. But just as I said, markets don't go bull bear. I don't think they go, back to bull right away. I went bull, balance. I'm keeping it balanced until we take out, or if we take out, the all-time high. Hope you had a great day trading. Thanks for liking and subscribing to this channel. Come check us out at CamelbackTrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.